What's going on YouTube? So apparently I made a comment in one of my old videos, and I went ahead and I put a link in that video card up in the top to this one. And what had happened in the video was that I made a statement that apparently a lot of people disagree with. So I had to go back myself and actually look at this video to see what I had said. It was an old video. You know, I don't know if you've ever put a video out there that you weren't too proud of, but I'm not deleting the video. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little subtext to it with this video here. What I said was that if you don't have a tool, you should have the customer pay for it. Now, at face value, that sounds like a shitty move, and it is. I don't do that. I don't charge my customers for tools. You should have all of the tools that you need to perform the job before you go into the job. Let me get that clear right now. However, there's a caveat to that, and I'm gonna explain it now. A while back, I was working on a BMW 325, 525, I don't know exactly what it was. A timing chain with the vanos, and something happened. I think we did a head gasket or something, or maybe we did a timing chain tensioner and guides. I can't remember. Nonetheless, the vanos has to be preset specifically, like 7 teeth here, and just, it's a fucking nightmare. Anybody who's done a BMW chain knows exactly what I'm talking about. So they make a special tool for this to hold it in this specific preload for the vanos. And it's like 2 millimeters. If you get this thing off, I mean, all of the chains can be lined up properly, but if you get that off by like 2 millimeters, it keeps setting the vanos code over advanced, under advanced, and it's just a nightmare. I set this chain 7 times without the special tool, and it kept coming back with a vanos code. So we needed to get a special tool for this. Now the special tool is $800. Well, I'm not forking out $800 for a job that, you know, I'm only making a few $100 on the labor on this chain job. So I go to the customer and explain this to the customer. Look, this is what's going on. The special tool is $800. So now, in this specific setup, I was working in a shop, but you want to know this before you start the job. And you say to the customer, look, this special tool is $800. I'm not buying this because I'm never going to work on one of these again, obviously, because I just learned my lesson. But if you want me to do the job, we're going to need to acquire this tool, and this tool is $800. So either the cost of your job just went up by $800, or you are welcome to go to a shop or a dealer and get another quote. Okay, so we order the tool, get the job done. Now in the shop setup, we had already did this job. The shop had to eat the cost of this tool, but set the timing with the timing chain tool once, vanos code didn't come back. So it definitely have to be a specific situation and a specific tool that you're never going to use again, and it's the customer's tool. You don't keep the customer's tool, you don't have them buy your tools. Yeah, the 64 Ford Falcon Sprint. So it's still missing in, I think, cylinder number 2. Thinks it's gonna be a valve. It's got 30 pounds of compression, and it's operating out at about 100 pounds of compression in that hole. Leaks off pretty quick. So he's thinking it's valve seats from it sitting for so long. But he's gonna pull the head off of that guy and see if he can't figure out what's going on with it. It doesn't have any blow-by, so its rings are probably fine. So he's thinking valve seat. Pull the head off, lap the valve up, maybe a burnt valve. So that'll be in a couple of weeks. Try to get a video on that guy. Sorry about the noise, you have to deal with that. Got the propane heater going on. It's about 30 degrees outside if we're lucky.
The little Falcon's getting fancier.
What was wrong with it?
What?
You tell him.
What was wrong with what?
What's wrong with number 2 hole?
I'm hoping it's a valve.
And you're gonna tear the motor apart and
Fix that one head.
all right.
going against my own rules, so I'm sure it's going to bite me in the ass in the end.
What do you think, Dan?
It's all for sale. I'm quitting. Cars are too complicated. If I can't do it with a Phillips screwdriver, a flat, and a crescent wrench, there's no point.
Rubber band and some gum.
Rubber band, a hammer, some dum-dum.
Let's look at Dan's tool setup. He's got like 6 boxes, air compressor, blasting cabinet, and an assortment of jack stands. Got some airplane hangers, some tranny hangers, tranny stands, another rack of parts and shit, oil catch, welder, cutting torch, engine stands, and a press. So, full shop setup. Again, this is a shop setup, not a mobile mechanic setup, so of course he's going to have all of the tools that I don't. Let's dive right in here. Got the whole socket setup. It's got all the deep sockets, all the shallow sockets, 12 points, 6 points, Torx bits, specialty sockets,
Wobblies, impacts,
the whole fucking,
Volkswagen wheel locks.
all the different shapes and sizes of wheel locks, all the different adapters. What the fuck is this for?
This is all new age oil drain plugs. That's what you need on half the cars these days to do drain plugs. They make weird ones.
I've never seen that before. What else you got? What's the most special tool you got other than this weird ass socket that you made?
That was made for working on Toyota Prius block heaters to install them.
Oh, that's right. Dan also did some work retrofitting batteries in Toyota Priuses. I'm sorry, Dan.
Yes, I am too. I truly am too. I don't really have a special socket in this drawer because I use everything in this drawer.
All right, there we go. All right, so that's a socket drawer. Pliers for every foreseeable circumstance. And that one. Down this side, stubbies, standards. You don't have a lot of metric. There's some metric.
Yeah, this is all metric.
Okay.
This is all standard.
So Dan works on imports also.
Unfortunately,
Picks and specialty tools.
just a mix of junk.
Fuel rail disconnects. Random.
Random stuff.
More random. It gets more random as you go down, I think.
Air tools, all covered up.
He's like, you don't have a cart.
A cart.
And Dan's working on this old Cougar heater control box. Yummy. Yeah, it runs and drives. I don't know what.
And this one's actually got a dead hole. It's no compression. Number 2.
Burnt valve.
Or number 3. Yeah. Burnt valve or bad piston. Look at the power wire for the fucking ignition. All bare and exposed, ready to short out.
Fantastic.
But make that air conditioning work though.
I say you just run a tube from there up to the front of the, just run a tube straight out here. The airflow will go straight in.
Winter AC.
Yeah. Where was I? Air tools. Oh, that was when my phone rang. That's more random stuff. Acquired over 10 to 15 years. Ratchets, breaker bars. Extensions, a whole drawer full of extensions. Old drawer full of screwdrivers. He probably doesn't even know what's in this drawer. Old drills you never use anymore. So that's the majority of the daily use tools. Old rat pack for that 60 Ford. Electrical testing equipment. Timing light. Special sockets. Compression tester. Spark tester. Diagnosing equipment. Bulbs. Should have a better selection of bulbs than that, but and sanding. He doesn't do body work, but touch up here and there. There's a quadruple aught steel wool. That's really good for cleaning windshields, sanding the windshields and glass down, making it nice and shiny. The hidey hole Dremels, garbage. Vacuum pump for getting oil out of rear ends. Some of the smart cars, you got to use that thing to do an oil change on. Got clamps, grease gun, heat, screwdriver set. Got the charger set up for the cordless drills. It's got 4 cordless drills. My work area for my engine over here. And an assortment, heat shrink wraps, vacuum tubes, cotter pins. All the kits that you'll acquire. Hardware, electrical connectors, grommets, some tap and die sets. I think a Healy coil set. All right, let's go over here to the hidden treasures. This is probably just all old stuff that he just never uses anymore. Dremel, cut-off tools. Now this is what I need. This is that dent puller. You weld these suckers on and use a slide hammer to pull your dents out. Weld it on with this guy. I'm going to use that on my truck to pull a couple dents. It is the it is the garbage section, isn't it?
Brake line section right there.
Brake lines, there you go. Flaring your own brake lines. Brake line cut-off tools. You know this was over here?
Yeah, I don't ever use it.
Brake line bender, never uses that. And the brake tools. Nobody ever uses those, but you just use
I
pliers.
use them all the time because of the old cars I work on.
What, the drum brakes?
Drum brakes.
Yeah, but what about just using needle nose pliers or?
I like using the tool. I get tired of snapping my knuckles.
In that one too?
Yeah, I use that all the time too.
Spoon tool?
You can see it's very used.
Zip ties. Side project.
Huh?
Side project.
Yeah. For the water purifiers. One big empty drawer.
One big empty drawer. Oh, you use that one all the time though. Battery charger. Aside from this mess.
That mess was all in that empty drawer.
Oh, okay. That goes in this drawer? Okay. I thought you were putting it on display.
No, I just got tired of digging for one box.
Aside from that mess, he's got this hardware rack going on over here. Buy a local surplus box of shit. It was, you get what you get. What'd you pay for all this?
$40.
$40 for all this hardware.
And it saved my ass 30, 40 times now.
Just every conceivable thing you would need. All right, and then the hardly ever used section. What's the story behind this dead tools here?
It used to be all clutch tools, and then these are just extra ratchets.
Extra?
Body hammers.
You don't do body
dollies,
work.
Hammer drawer. Sheet metal work. All my helicoils. Ring pliers and drill bits, and a brake tool kit for calipers that need to be
Oh, yes.
compressed. Uh-huh.
That's organized.
Yeah. That's all taps.
And then this guy's got his shit in your way right here. These boxes of shit.
It's all good. I just am still trying to figure out where he's going to mount the speaker on the motor.
Oh, I didn't get to this box. This is the electrical.
Electrical garbage, random little shit, carburetor little parts, distributor adjusting, different springs for your advance, dial indicators. This is just all.
Hey, you got a double of that. You got those kits over there. Oh, there you go.
And oil filter wrenches. All my rivet crap.
How long have you been collecting all of these tools?
Well, after a family member stole all of my tools, I've got about 6, 7 years, 10 years into replacing them. That's as far as I'll go with that story.
So, all right, so he's got 6 or 7 years in collecting all of these tools, working out of his garage at first, and now he's got into a shop. My next video, the end of this video, is going to be the $100 mechanic. I'm going to show you what you can get away with for $100 and still get the jobs done, since you guys are all complaining about, oh, you know, staying lean and doing this and that. And I was trying to explain to you that you got to have some of these specialty tools to get some of these jobs done. What I was mainly talking about, where's that fucking Volkswagen tool?
Which one? The Volkswagen crap? Oh, the 12-point Torx bits.
Yeah, so that was the main point of contention when I started this argument, was that a lot of people just don't have this tool. You're gonna go pull a seat out of a fucking Volkswagen or brakes or anything like that, and it's not a normal Torx bit. It's a fucking 12-point, and yeah, the kit's $10. It's cheap. But a lot of the times you don't have it. What the fuck is that?
All different radio manufacturer releasing tools.
Oh! Instead of using a coat hanger for pulling out a radio in a Ford.
You just use the tool.
How many times have you used that?
Many, 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 many times. That's how you get Volkswagen radios out, Volvo radios out.
And where do you get a tool like that?
Matco. Matco tools.
Not something you're going to find at Harbor Freight.
Nope. That's off the tool truck.
There are no tool trucks anymore.
I know. I don't see them anywhere.
The Snap-on guy quit.
I can't get anyone to even come here.
Oh, they won't come out here.
Nobody's running this area right now.
What happened to Steve?
He's done. There's nobody running this area right now. The whole Snohomish area.
Huh.
There's no tool guy, which is horrible.
So if you want to be the tool guy in this area,
hey,
hit up Snap-on.
Matco, Snap-on. Hell, I don't care if you're a Craftsman truck. Deliver.